Egg headline to start. Elon Musk has folded xAI into SpaceX, creating a combined company being pegged around a $1.2 to $1.25 trillion valuation. Short version, rockets, Starlink, the Grok chatbot, and X all now live under one roof. What's your read on this, and how real is the plan to run AI compute from orbit?
It's audacious. Musk frames it as building a vertically integrated innovation engine, launches, satellites for connectivity, and AI compute that he argues will eventually be cheaper in space. The upside is clear. Control over launch and bandwidth could reduce bottlenecks for huge models. But feasibility is another story. Space-based data centers face massive engineering hurdles: radiation shielding, thermal control, reliable power and maintenance, plus spectrum, regulatory approvals, and astronomical upfront costs.
So it's more moonshot than immediate ROI.
Exactly. Strategically, it's clever for an IPO narrative, a trillion-dollar story. But technically and legally, it's a multi-year, high-risk bet, not an overnight transformation.
Switching gears, French cybercrime prosecutors raided X's Paris offices and have summoned Elon Musk and former ex-CEO Linda Yaccarino for interviews. The probe spans alleged algorithmic manipulation, unlawful data extraction, and even sexualized deepfake imagery tied to Grok. That sounds serious. What does this mean for X and for Musk personally?
It's a major escalation. European prosecutors are treating algorithmic manipulation and illegal content as potential criminal matters, not just regulatory infractions. The involvement of national cyber units and Europol signals coordinated cross-border scrutiny. For Musk and executives, voluntary interviews are legally significant and could lead to fines, injunctions, or tougher operational constraints in Europe.
Could this ripple into the SpaceX xAI combo we just talked about?
Absolutely. Regulatory headaches for X or Grok could complicate integration plans, spook investors ahead of any IPO, and invite stricter content and data controls across the whole corporate family.
Next up, Spain says it will ban social media for under 16s following Australia's under 16 rule. They want effective age verification, new offenses for algorithmic manipulation, and potential criminal liability for execs. From a tech perspective, how workable is this?
It's well-intentioned, but technically thorny. Platforms can use document checks, AI age estimation from photos, or third-party verification. Each has trade-offs. Document checks create privacy risks and friction. AI estimators have bias and error margins. Phone number checks are easy to spoof. Companies like Snapchat have already locked hundreds of thousands of accounts, but gaps remain.
So enforcement will be messy.
Yes, and costly. Expect platforms to lobby hard, roll out blunt age gating that can frustrate legitimate users, and push for standardized verification methods. Still, politically, it's a strong signal that regulators want platforms to bear more responsibility for children's safety.
On the enterprise side, Palantir reported a blowout quarter, roughly $1.41 billion in revenue and strong growth. Yet controversy over ICE and other government work persists. How should investors and engineers read this mix of growth and ethical debate?
It's the classic growth versus reputation trade-off. Financially, Palantir is benefiting from AI analytics demand and large government deals. That explains the stock pop. Operationally, reliance on controversial contracts like ICE can trigger employee departures, protest, and political risk that affect hiring and customer perception. Analysts are split. Some see durable AI-driven software expansion. Others warn of valuation and regulatory overhang.
So the business is healthy but politically exposed.
Precisely. If you're long-term, you'd weigh secular AI demand against the cost of that exposure, both in dollars and in talent.
Finally, a lighter note for gamers. Nintendo says the original Switch has now outsold the DS to become its best-selling console, and Switch 2 has already sold over 17 million units. Profits are up, but Nintendo warned about rising memory chip costs. What does this tell us about Nintendo's positioning?
It underlines Nintendo's strength, hardware that marries novelty with a killer first-party game lineup. The Switch family's hybrid form factor drove long tails of software sales. Mario Kart World moving millions is a perfect example. But rising memory prices are a real headwind for margin and production planning.
Could supply issues dent momentum?
They could, but Nintendo's roadmap and software pipeline matter more for long-term dominance. If they keep delivering exclusive hits while managing component costs, they'll keep selling consoles, maybe even close the gap on the PS2 over time.
And that's our roundup. Rockets, raids, regulations, revenue, and a victory royale for gamers. Same time next news cycle? The preceding audio summary was created at jesterengine.com, where you can find and verify the original sources.